This is a very controversial story. If there's one thing you guys, my promise will say, I will say, Munya and I'm free, is the fact that I'm always going to tell you the truth. What I think is the truth, that's what I'm always going to tell you. Now, there's the story of Sedina Tamakloe, Enra, and same way by. In fact, more follow the content creation group now, maybe I'm a NDC for no. Content creation WhatsApp group now. Maybe I'm NDC content creators. No, yesterday I organized a conference call in a content creation group on WhatsApp, and then we had a chat on this particular topic. So I'm going to talk about it. But before that, no, my main trade train same so near share asem no baby free near microphone tiasie. And our first time we have Mr. Subscribe and click the notification bell on so. We are the latest news be about on sa ebeka. Now answer the ebeko video ne so no. This video is kindly sponsored by Corporate Logistica. Omo ye vehicle management company ewa Ghana ha. Se owo cars kesiye cargo vehicles anase ahia car kesiye na opese eye dwumama na onya so mfaso a fa car ne she Corporate Logistica nsa omo abeye maintenance car ne ho omo abeye insurance on the car omo ankasa ebepe driver e de car na ma no na edwuma wo ho aka ne beye every day nti wo aka ne ye ode no every month omema waketua 2 times 0598022033 on your more entry komo. Now, Yambran Semnimo, Intino, who is Sedina Tamakloe, Makane Juan Semda, Maslock cry a day NDC, and I said in a Tamakloe and de, Assembly trendy a yadane bad image for the government. Dintiana a dane bad image for the government. Me de need in abetuja, obetiasie. Judgment in Swaba. We are going to look into the judgment and all that. Don't worry, you are going to understand. Now, Maslock for someone listening to me for the very first time, and I will be a one thing Maslock has said. Maslock no a short name for a year as we be a from Microfinance and Small Loans Center. Microfinance and Small Loans Center. Inti ano ni yechanitia a friend of Maslock. Aban aso ya aban ebie se edwadefo a sebe omu hie sika kese won se big companies no mu hie sika wo mutumi call banks or ekokoji loans obi wo ho a bodwa otonwade wodwom ohie sika e de akwa akofan nam bi aba beton wodwom wi ana wetua nti aban wa aban nyansem no eno obi esa aso ye na ye friend Maslock no. Me sure so because say na BBC kra wo Ghana, yes, it has been in this country for a very long time. Now the entire probably no ebia yenhu omo so mfaso ene say political party bia ba or the sa aso ye no eba be ye politics. Mama wati ase say Ghana ha say no we don't have and you say ebia ye ni system so omo ye mra no ene ye systems ni na no is supposed to take good care of us, but politics and access our systems ni na. It's a system we say, nanka Ghana ni bia wo pese wo digwa ana oye adwuma bia oni sika bia no sika kakre bi no pe no de ahye adwuma na ase na no so be come Maslock nanka Maslock aboa no with bosia ya ban na mind no eno no low interest that so no enye kese te say bank de. But political parties no oba aban mu a Maslock no ye de ma omonkrofo grassroots inti obi wo ho a ondigwa na so ye MPP ni na wa come Maslock e bon say ya jisika inti sika na kra na emba back to Maslock eba beda na eka NDC ba ono so ni NDC for we're in this country when NDC came at a point in time omo ye actors any entertainers almost support say NDC no and a Maslock the cast I mean what you say and all that both political parties Maslock na babe dane say ye dey fund the grassroots rather than omo anan ko mbe hia de no. Fair enough. Inti Emra His Excellency John Dramani Mahama babe dane president the first time no and a mamia with that screen so your friend Sedina Tamakloe ationu ono and na ye Maslock penyi na Mahama ban free so no and MPP ba no mo se dabi omu se mami wabokro no krono a yede to in fact charges a yede to ne so bako be over 70 na krono a yede to ne so ye say we sika over 3 million Ghana cedis ewo ho You see sika bi nso about 1 point, about 1 million embre bi you see kantamanto ehye ema na nke wo se odi sika bi ekokomo at the end over 1 million ye hu bebi asika ne fae anko edwadifo nso ho ewo kantamanto ho ene misappropriation ne nyama bebre ne sika ne bebre na ye ka misappropriation a sika na ebia ye se fire ade we odi kokoye bibi foforo ene ne fe ne misappropriation eno nso etia Ghana mra inti MPP for the charges yi ebo mami no court na bibia yo okay inti one day omo court na mami ekokaka kire judge ne se oyare na yema ne nkwa abrochire na onkonkosa ne ho yare judge epene so ema ne kwan se wonkwa abrochi no onkonkosa ne ho yare afi ye twen se mami be baba ka mami womba inti 2024 MPP for say on betwaso a continue case no on be trial in absentia into omotwaso a continue case no trial in absentia 2024 and a judge a sentence mameno to 10 years into 2024 na answer na MPP for be free so no mameno and the lawyers wo mo ewo Ghana ekokoye appeal Inti after 2024 na MPP free so omo free so no NDC buy still mami o abrochi answer na MPP be free so no mo yo mo adwe so be extradition see a sentence in the 10 years for had ya yenkonko extradite nembra inti omo free so na NDC buy inti MPP asem omo kan so NDC crampo de enya de omo nipa ombejai no guess what NDC buy no they follow through and then they extradited her inti oba Ghana no or 7 a jail term e won sawem but kai say na wa share appeals process na say in 2024 the lawyers na share appeals process na say 2024 so ba Ghana ya judge wako in sawem or dance sawem no appeal process na ekoso eno ne say enra omukọ ya judge appeal court no judges ni emiensa judges na miensa tena case ne so now, the judgment is out. Over 90 pages. And maybe in another video, I'm going to do a reaction on the judgment. But basically, no, judges now bo asem negu. Ma mene chia ye chi ni tumo ne nsemwa ye digina so ye de chi ne etumo no. Judges no aboegu. And we are going to read the reason why. But you see, there is something what's a ye ni na no. Ye twin ya dwen esiso. Na media minim se asem we are abe. Esan se ma me no oye former NDC ni system no send ye ko bia ne de eko bia no meaning say this week at eko the NDC will be under intense fire. The NPP are going to milk this story dry, and on social media people are going to be disappointed in the NDC because it looks like say omo nipa edibone na waba oba Ghana no system ne free no, but we are going to look at the technicalities of it. Yankin kind story no. But the Court of Appeal has acquitted and discharged former Maslock CEO Sedina Tamakloe at Yonu. The court ruled that the former Maslock CEO should not have been sentenced as the prosecution could not prove the charges leveled against her beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, court ni ruling and they say Godfrey Dame na oye Attorney General sa time no. Omo to me improve beyond reasonable doubt say maame no we di bone and ye dem intempa eruli ya ye de ache maame natum. That is what the appeals court is saying. I have a big issue with that ruling, and I'll tell you why. I'll say with the Court of Appeal setting aside her conviction and 10-year jail term, Sedina Tamakloe is now a free woman. Basically, that's the story. Now, the reason why I'm telling you is I have a big issue with that. And they say, hey, touch wood. But put yourself in the shoes of someone like Sedina Tamakloe. Court of Appeal, no judges ni emiensa. What these judges are telling us is that maame no evidence MPP for edibabe tool judge nim during omo time no enye evidence a yetumi edigina so edechi maame ni tum 10 years. Tio, that is what they are saying. Or say the court ruled that the former Maslock CEO should not have been sentenced as the prosecution could not prove the charges leveled against her beyond a reasonable doubt. Basically, that's what the court is saying. Into 3 judges at in that case. So, as someone more can say, MPP time in less than 2 years ago, and then the infant is 2024 no more sentencing no convicting no into 2 years ago. MPP time, MPP for judgment I want de to ma so no. That time no MPP time judge no a sentencing I want de to ma so no. Oni who kwan say nanka judge no masa. Do you know what that means? And the fact that you see the real problem, real problem no, they will be left out. And the political parties will be fighting. The MPP will be blaming the NDC. Now the NDC will have to come out because Mate say the Attorney General has filed for an appeal. Said that be my mini yanchin intum. So now the NDC will also try to counter to say yeah the MPP in Subeka so masa krokro de John. Meanwhile the main problem no the judges. We are saying say just 2 years ago, a judge could sit on a case. The judge could look at documents in front of or no judge, and the judge would decide, say, Minchi will be my mean tum, Mima won't go down fiase for 10 years. Tio, judge na acts na document in him. Ashishen Yamanime who said that Binipa Crow, Mima no go down fiase for 10 years. You are saying that in less than 2 years or 2 years on, 3 different judges are one more higher than that judge, at the same document in him who said that be judge when the assembly in the young boja. Hey, do you know how serious this is? So if indeed mami no ndi bonia judge now wakase won konko dem 10 years no then the years are judge no. Because basically what they want to tell us is that sa judge no a judgment our ma no na keni kwan so ma sa judgment no. Inti den na judge no wo hwa wakokoma 10 years. Say 3 judges inso na mistake. Why would they also say okay, ya hwe ade no wa ye bone de na so ye de hu ni say onsen fata inti no ye man in brief. I don't know whether you understand what I'm trying to say. Do you realize how scary this is? Do you realize how scary it is? And how powerful a human being. Nipa waye, there's an English word. Is it fallible? Let me search for that English word. And how a human being who is fallible. Fallible means capable of making mistakes. So how a human being who is fallible can be given the destiny or the fate of, or can decide the destiny or the fate of another human being in this manner, it is scary. I'm not going to lie to you. So the first judge our mama many 10 years no na or her den na war her. Nipa da se ni a wetumi aye mistake. Na chese ye pese ye chese first judge na waka se ma meni konko dem 10 years. What these judges are telling us. And they say first judge na waka se ma meni konko dem 10 years. Na chese first judge ni ye mistake. Hey, mistake wa mo obi ma mi akwa ko dem 10 years. Ana wa mo obi ma mi sentence won konko dem 10 years. Na mami ohwa wa bobra on the political ladder, no, she's up there. And in the content creation group, no, obi eba be can say oh mama na kra no or ye na just na ko be stand as MP on the ticket of sa constituency. But mama ni when nyanti no and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ema the position e wo Maslock. So the woman is up there on the political ladder. And she say indeed first judge in the ruling and as a first judge in the year mistake. Do we know the number of people are judges no ayesa mistake na and there were more than fiasia and a fiasia yen to mean come wasem. The poor if you are film crano only be nebusian for crane ni baby awada oni ebusian for onye boni na so judge ama ruling bi se won konko dem 30 years 40 years 10 years 5 years bi a wono ne de bia woni political ladder ne so nti no we nye sika anko appeal and they still wada efiase. And then it looks like judges ne de asem ne ba omo a womo akose controversy no, we are not even attacking them. And political parties no, and then the government and they attack it. Charlie, this is scary. Listen, you know, if you trace the history of the judiciary, it goes back to the Bible. If you trace it, it goes back to the point where Emrana, you know, Israel for ewo nkwasumu ewo Egypt, anyankopon ema Moses ekoyi omufiri nkwasumu no. Once on their way, right? You know how nyankopon ma Moses nyansa say how you should settle in somewhere ebe arise among the people, and they say set something like judges penkrofo na asemba wa montena so no mfa ruling mbra na ruling ni wi na ba beto wenim. So as a Christian and then someone who believes in the Bible, from that point no, and Abehun said the judicial system was built. What you say, and along the way, now we have what you call the justice, the justice system, the courts and all those things. What you say. So basically, no, you know, it's a system, yeah. Yes, say at least. Because listen, I want you to understand the power as a judiciary way omo ekita. They can change the destiny of a person. Se judge ne sorry anopa na oba betena case so a. Se ne yiri ahye ne bufu. Se case na wo oba bedi no. Obi edi ne bone wukra ne din ni bi. Ne yiri ahye ne bufu no wo oba court sa dey no. Se sebe judge no or the rights frame yenim otina case oba be ma ruling no. Yenim ni state of mind. Yenim ni condition. But Oma ruling no ka se koko dem for 10 years a. Na ufrifie bia sebe mu school ko ne nko enim. Mukra wentumi amfa lawyer papa bia. Uni ma de na appeal a. Na tre se ya sesa wa brabo no no. But asem ne ba ye no, we are not questioning the judges. The judges, no, they are not coming out to explain to us. We are not having any brief, any press conference from the judiciary. Not as if not that they can't hold press conferences. I don't even know why the judiciary, they don't do that. I think we should start thinking into things like that. A room maybe I was say judiciary, you know, they need to explain things to us. The judges are not being called on the FM programs, TV stations to explain to us why they took these decisions. It is now left in the hands of politicians, and those politicians are attacking each other. NPP is going to milk it dry. And yes, politics, they are supposed to do that. But the main problem, no, and judges, no. And they, after causing this controversy, in their corner. And then the rest will just be fighting over the issue. And at the end of the day, it is, you see, the truth may say, whether the NDC, my very own NDC, likes it or not, so same way, it will become, you know, an indictment on the it will become a political stain on the party. I am seeing the Attorney General trying as much as possible to explain issues, to let people understand that the judiciary is independent and all that. Yes, technically, Obiani said judiciary, they are supposed to be independent. But let us not deceive ourselves in this country. Under the MPP, we saw the judiciary take extremely controversial, you know, decisions. Inti, normal. Say NDC aban abey. Judiciary no take same extremely controversial decisions and crofo ebebo judiciary nechi. And then they are normal. You expect that. Sorry, nkrofo bebo NDC echi. Normal, you should expect that. So at the end of the day, whether the NDC likes it or not, it is a stain on us. But the meme can say the real problem in the judges no. Why are the judges not being called out? Why are the judges not explaining to us? Say just 2 years ago, your sentence will be for 10 years. 2 years on, 3 judges at Tinaso said Abi, sentence na moma ni pakrone 10 years no. Eni who kwanza moma ni 10 years because mistake room. Hey! Obi go to prison 10 years no, say judge now work cancer 10 years no ye mistake. Hey, any cases for Froben and what am I mistake? Any young Ghana cases ni name because if you him so no mistake be wom. Because your politician no to me affording into no kokwa affording it and you say a mistake. Then what of the other ones someone to me afford it? The poor. Ayachina to one on to me inko appeal. Charlie, this thing should scare you. If you are listening to me and you are a Ghanaian, this thing should scare you. It should make you know, say, Charlie, these judges, some of the ruling. So the judge was not supposed to give the 10 years, no kokoma 10 years, no. Judge no need evidence at Trese Mami we CKE. Because you see, I have not fully read the judgments, but I have seen articles or more read the judgments no atuja. And some of the articles are more can crane say. Judge now wama 10 years no crano. Judge no evidence no ye de baye no mum tre ma me se ma minimum emfa prove mbra. Once again I'm rather say aban the prosecution no ediobi eba court prosecution ne wo say prove say nipa ko ne di bone nti why ye de wa ba court no wanya wa say de krasa obekasa or say prosecution ne de evidence eba. Some of the articles I have read omo tre say judges wey a judgment na some more can say o hwe sa time na Godfred Damemo epese chimami etum no na evidence ni ho. But the judge was rather telling Mami, say, Mami mum, emfa wonu mum evidence, embra, embetre se, Godfred Damemo se mo de toneso no onye. Inti went to me for evidence number wo 2 coin no, and a judge nko command is a ruling no. Basically, that's what they are saying, say, judgment no, eka. I'm going to read, we are all going to read the judgment here, and then we are going to see whether it is true or not. But if that is the case, then this is scary. Then what is happening to the first judge? The judge will just, so judges can just take decisions like that to change the lives of people without any level of consequence. Hey, Charlie, you should be scared though. Charlie, you should be scared. I kid you not. You should be scared. Media. And your politics nene nsemu and asem na ye kano and your judges no me that is where the problem is. So asem na ye kano be a problem no wopan and your judges no. Charlie, enyama sisi o me bompa ye se unto asem me nto asem me enfa nkonko gina judge bi enimu a unim judge no nipa kura wa kwa hu no unim nsem a yaka to naso ne wo mamma ruling bia in favor because this is serious. This is serious. Today we are going to treat this issue pa Ghana ni bia wutie me no book we eye asset ba ko a e wo se wo keep e wo fie to book we ma wo ho to ma wo ba to ma obi biara osombo e wo wabrabo mu wadamfo obi a opese odiye wabrabo mu bia no to sa book we your friend the Ghanaian investor na sa book we be trail different forms of investment a obetumi aye e wo Ghana ha licensed investments. The first one e ya de bia your friend emergency fund book we be trail send you be set up emergency fund abrabo aye boy bibia betumi ato. If you have an emergency fund ebeba na ba be save you oka betumi asay wo kwan so obetumi ayare oba betumi ayare ni na emergency fund no ebe take control of all those situations. book no besan so atre wade bia ye fe na endowment fund a obetumi dia protect wo ho any your future na sa endowment fund no nyame mpengu okokonya accident na untumi nye adwuma bioma it will take care of you for the rest of your life. Book no besan so atre senya obe set up a personal pension fund. Nkrofo bebre eye adwuma wie ekọ retirement omukọ retirement we are no mo ho aba betwe omo o set up a personal pension fund. That will not be your case. Most importantly, book we betray how to invest in the Ghana Stock Exchange. Now Ghana Stock Exchange investment, basically it means you are buying ownership of Ghanaian companies. Now Ghana Stock Exchange, it is one of the best performing markets in the whole world. A lot of people are making money from the Ghana Stock Exchange, but they don't know how to invest in it. Book we betray us idea. Your investment be why your friend mutual fund. Book we betray how to invest in a mutual fund. Now mutual fund you don't need to be rich to invest in a mutual fund. I remember an example. Yan fan say wa ba fresh. Now what per license mutual fund e Ghana has say opese odi usikashim. Say to me invest 500 cedis every single month. E a Ghanaian mutual fund moi. By the time I will be 19 years now I done a millionaire. Yan fan say wa fa CB we did 10. Opese that chibi odi every month for 500 cedis a mutual fund mu emano. By the time I will bano and our fast obedi 29 years now oye millionaire. Wankasa wutie me we di 40. Now so sha unye investment bia and no one say obeye mutual fund every month for 500 cedis a shame. By the time obedi 59 years now when you 1 million Ghana cedis. Into mutual fund that is how it works. Small money every single month. By the time embre ebebano nesikano ayekese. Book we better sanya mani na. Sa ope book no ni PDF anase ni twi video a. Free. Anase WhatsApp number na ewo book ni so sisia. Na sa we Ghana ni na wa brochure. Now pay hard copy of the book a very simple call Amazon. Na search for the Ghanaian investor. Place the order. Bibia will be a best shape. Eddie Abreu. Medasi.